Humans love cubes. If there's one thing I've learned about them, it's that they cannot resist the urge of a cube. And it's not just limited to cubes. Rectangles, squares, rectangular prisms, anything of a remotely square or rectangular shape, they latch onto it like a fruit fly to the dew of a pitcher plant. Humans can almost be defined by their love for cubes. The buildings they construct, the suburbs they foolishly sprawl all over the place, and the cities that continue to stretch high into the sky, all resemble some complexified version of their beloved six-sided shape. Even the farmland that they cultivate starts with a square plot of land, in which they place a circle in the middle. Ah, but that's not all. Cubes are present in the most marvelous of human toys, such as the Rubik's Cube. Why, that one cube is made up of multiple cubes, which you can switch around to make the other cubes match with the other cubes. Matching cubes, can you believe that? A marvel, certainly, but there's more beyond that. Oh, so much more. The very screen you are viewing is, no doubt, in a rectangular shape. The pixels on that screen are teeny tiny squares, and together they make up a bigger rectangular form from which you view my world and others. Especially in the early days, everything was made from these pixels. Even my very own sprites are made of and contain within squares upon squares. Speaking of sprites, have you noticed that most, if not all, popular games are pixelated, or made with simple cube-like shapes? Take Roblox, for example, and Minecraft on top of that. Games like Starbound, like Terraria, mobile one-hit wonders such as Crossy Road fall under this category too. This cube fascination can go as far back as Tetris, which is completely made of cubes that form different shapes and structures. Cubes are present in art of all forms, that either being painting or sculpture. Cubism breaks down the shapes of objects into relatively rectangular shapes, and minimalism is chock full of cubes and rectangles alike. Hollow cubes, mirrored cubes, cubes chopped up and set in a straight line. Ah, and what's the base for any and all statues in nearly every culture? A cube! Don't even get me started on the art movement of De Stijl, which sought to create something universally beautiful. And do you want to know what it's composed of? Cubes! Rectangles! All straight lines! If you think I've covered it all, I most certainly have not. Cubes are a curiosity-inducing object, you see, because, more often than not, there could be something inside this cube. You give it a new name because it entices you so. You call it a box. Boxes can inspire excitement. Boxes imply a wholeness in the cube, giving it function and purpose. Boxes can hold anything inside, so it entertains the human brain to near insanity just thinking about what could be inside. You may never find out, friends, and yet you keep wondering and pondering to no end. Such a silly notion, really, driving oneself crazy over a simple object like a cube. Ah, humans. Such silly little things, aren't they?